To see why the Hollow Knight is actually Genghis Khan, please skip to this time frame. Now, I've seen a lot of fake videos in my life, but this one takes it too far, guys. Debunking the Knight is actually Karl Marx. He's Lebron Hollow Knight. Now, when I first watched the video, I thought he was kind of cooking, right? But that was until I realized that actually the Knight isn't actually LeBron James or Karl Marx. He's actually Genghis Khan. Now, let's get into the video debunking. I'm gonna watch and I'm just gonna play the video.
Hollow Knight is a game published by Team Cherry in 2017. The main character...
Wrong! The game was actually published in February 2017. He's omitting details.
There's a bug standing at around 35 centimeters tall. Or at least, that's what you might think. Yesterday,
You can't go against nature. He is 35 centimeters. It's actually fact checked by ChatGPT. Stay locked down. See, ChatGPT agrees with me. So obviously the video is wrong so far.
I saw a video proving that the Knight is actually Karl Marx. The arguments put forward were convincing, but it was pretty easy to tell that this was propaganda.
Wrong. By definition, propaganda is the systematic propagation of a doctrine. It's actually fake news propaganda. You're kind of spreading false news. So in the end, you're actually doing propaganda yourself in this case.
It was the third time. 3 is the first number of pi. The second and third number are 1 and 4.
I'll give him that. If you subtract 1 from 4, you do get 3. I'll give him that. You know, this is the one thing I can agree on. But the rest of it is fucking bullshit.
14. Team Cherry was founded in 2014.
It's founded in 2014. Now, what is it? South Australia. What does that mean for us? Well, considering it's South Australia, if you were to look on the map, what do you see about South Australia? Except for having Melbourne and Tasmania under it. It's under the line. So in actuality, when you're telling me 2014, what you have to take into consideration is that Australia is down, which means 2014 upside down is actually chair 105. Now you may be wondering, oh wait, isn't chair not an actual real thing? And to that I say it is, because if we were to look at the Egyptian symbols, as ChatGPT puts it, it makes us peace out, while also at the same time meaning a house. So if you were to look at it, the chair 105 means that this date is solid like a house. So Team Cherry was actually founded in 105 after Christ. So saying that he was actually founded in 2014 is very much misinformation and fake news propaganda.
Now let me ask you, how many permanent masks can you have in Hollow Knight? 9. The first...
Actually, you can have more than 9 permanent. By equipping Fragile Heart, which turns into Unbreakable Heart, you get 2 extra max shards. So in actuality, the total max shards they can get is no longer 9, but it's gonna be 11. So in actuality, your entire point now with the enemy being number 5 is actually wrong. So I tell you this. Moving on.
2025, the year Silk Song was released. Coincidence? I don't think so.
If you were to think about it in the correlation with Silk Song, yeah, it's a correlation, but that doesn't mean causation.
First of all, opposites attract each other. Plus,
Well, this video is kind of homophobic if you think about it, because you only have a male and a female? What about a male and a male? Are you really gonna tell me that game lives don't matter?
instead of focusing on the similarities, we can focus on the differences. One of these differences is that the Knight has 2 horns. Lebron doesn't. Also,
Because he's a devil in disguise.
the Knight is small. Lebron isn't. The Knight can cut
Yeah, I
spells.
agree with that.
Lebron can't.
Why is it so hard to make propaganda? Fuck. Is my propaganda done yet? What the fuck, man? This is not what I asked. This is nothing what I asked for. What the fuck is this? How is this LeBron James casting fireball magic onto an orphan child? I don't get it. Side note, this is after the video. See, he's the devil. He's making the ball of fire.
False. The Knight doesn't. At least I think so.
Well, actually, you have Geo. It kind of looks like a ball.
But now let's get to debunking some of his arguments.
Let's see.
It makes sense. What color is a Hollow Knight? Black and white. What's the only color we've ever seen Karl Marx in? Black and white.
This would be a great argument if the cape wasn't actually blue.
He does make a very good point, though. He does make a very good point.
The Hollow Knight, and by extension, Karl Marx, is the Avatar. This explains everything. Think about it. It explains why the Hollow Knight can jump so high, because he's airbending.
That sounds like a valid theory, but I think the real reason why the knight can jump so high is because Lebron is just built like that.
Yeah, it does sound pretty real, but I'm gonna disprove why that's not actually true and why Genghis Khan is actually the knight in disguise soon enough. So now let me get to the point. First of all, Genghis Khan and Hollow Knight, if you were to look at the characters plus the space in Genghis Khan, it spells out Hollow Knight without the space. Next up, if you were to look on Wikipedia and see Mongolia, it will be with blue. So even though we see Genghis Khan with black and white, we also see the blue from the Knight's Cape on the map. As Timothy May laid it out in the Mongol Empire, published in 2018, is that he started a social revolution, just like how the Knight started a revolution against the Radiants. Now, if we were to look on Wikipedia, we'll see Genghis Khan riding a horse. You know who else rides stuff? That's right, the Knight. He rides a stag from stag station to stag station. Now, another thing to consider is that the map of the Mongol Empire kinda looks like the map of Hallownest. As you can see, the lore of Genghis Khan is quite complex. You know what else is very complex? The lore of Hollow Knight, because not a single person can get it right. You know what else Genghis Khan had? That's right, a mother and a father. And you know what else had a mother and a father? That's right, the Hollow Knight. Now you may be wondering, how can the Knight jump so high? If he is Genghis Khan is a mere human. He never did basketball or is an avatar. Now, I think that's because Genghis Khan never actually dreamt small. One day he woke up and said, let's conquer Mongolia, Asia. He never dreamt small. So even when he jumps, it shows through his perseverance in life that he can achieve anything he wants, even jumping as high as the Knight. I personally think that this point makes it 100% clear that Genghis Khan and Hollow Knight are the same person. And that's the sleeping hero legend, which clearly states that in times of need, Genghis Khan will return to help the Mongol people, just like how the Hollow Knight returned to save people from the Radiants. And in case you don't know, the Hollow Knight can also access dreams and can go into people's minds and read people's minds. So there is no way you cannot tell me that the sleeping hero legend isn't exactly what the Hollow Knight is. Somebody that can access people's dreams and somebody that will return when an entire group of people needs him the most, which is Hallownest. Point proven. Thank you so much. But shit, I don't even play these games.